Imagine you're on a bus or a train and there's only one seat available next to you. And of course, here comes a young bony backpacker with patchy facial hair wearing a wool cap in the summertime. He sits down and he just starts talking to you. Turns out he's really excited and really excitable. He just went backpacking all around Europe and he has so much to tell you about the world. And he's dying to tell you all about it. That's our Beto. In today's episode, Beto tells us that the world is ending.
There is going to be massive migration of tens or hundreds of millions of people from countries that are literally uninhabitable or underwater, that are above the sea right now. This is our final chance. The scientists are absolutely unanimous on this, that we have no more than 12 years to take incredibly bold action on this crisis.
He looks like he's conducting the London Philharmonic after freebasing a pound of raw cookie dough. I haven't seen that much hand movement since I visited that massage parlor in Florida. Of course, you know who else noticed? This guy.
I think he's got a lot of hand movement. I've never seen so much hand movement. I said, is he crazy or is that just the way he acts? So I've never seen hand movement. I watched him a little while this morning doing, I assume it was some kind of a news conference, and I've actually never seen anything quite like it. Study it. I'm sure you'll agree.
Study it. Study it. I'm sure you'll agree. From now on, that's all you're going to see, Beto's hands. And you know what else is great? We're going to get a nickname. Weird Beto, Crazy Beto, Batty Beto. Even better, this will be the first time we'll have a Democratic primary ever that comes with Trump commentary. You don't understand. That's going to be awesome. Now, all of this somehow coincides with a Vanity Fair cover story on our latest Democratic Messiah. What a coincidence. It's a 10,000-word, full-blown ass-kissing. I haven't seen that much brown-nosing since I woke up that morning in a dog park. I don't know. But Beto, he has hit the media jackpot. He's non-threatening, thin, white, progressive. He's Bernie Sanders without the dandruff. And about 50 years. More important, he's them and they are him, a mirror to the media. No wonder Vanity Fair was so in love. How much in love? Imagine how a little girl looks at a pony. Or a boy at a shiny bicycle under a Christmas tree. Or Michael Moore eyeing a Twinkie dipped in barbecue sauce. A Twinkie dipped in barbecue sauce. If you haven't tried it, well, you're missing out. But that's how the writer sees Beto. Now, mind you, he wrote a similar Valentine to John Edwards. That didn't end well. Last time I checked, Johnny is guessing people's weight at the carnival. Now, the writer isn't the only one going fanboy over Beto. Half the press keeps referring to Beto as Kennedy-esque. And sadly, they do not mean this one. Yes, that's our Kennedy. But as I always say, being called Kennedy-esque is cool unless they're referring to your driving. Oh, stop it. The media's big narrative, Beto is David to Trump's Goliath. But anyone with a brain knows that the giant has always been the media. So you can't say Beto's the David when he's got the full force of the Goliath media behind him. And it's not Beto's fault that he's Goliath's teacher's pet. It's easy to be their pet. Just do what they say. But God help you if you don't. Just ask Tucker. But let me ask you this. If you look at the David and Goliath analogy, what reality comes closest to that? If Goliath is the consensus media, that would make David Donald Trump. And Trump used their spotlight as his slingshot, and they've never been the same ever since. So in the world of politics, there's only one Goliath, and it controls the stories, creates the division, constantly sowing conflict to ensure their own economic survival. Which is why I embrace daylight savings time. Transition, eh? Trump wants it to be permanent, and so do I. Daylight savings time. It sets the clocks forward, meaning we lose 1 hour of the media lying to you. We have longer, brighter days ahead. An extra hour to do stuff outside. How will you spend yours?
If daylight savings becomes permanent, imagine all the things you could do with that extra hour of sunlight. You could go for a run after work, take your dog to the park, volunteer at the nursing home,
or find the best outdoor happy hour, get loaded on martinis, and throw up on a stranger.
With that extra hour, you can indulge your birdwatching hobby, mow your lawn at sunset, meet an old friend for coffee,
or pass out in the park after drinking at the best outdoor happy hour, and go to work in yesterday's clothes, stinking of old cigarettes and dog shit.
With another hour of sunlight, you could catch Junior's Little League game, give the garage a thorough cleaning, take a yoga class in the park,
or buy a case of beer and sit on the porch and drink until you're screaming your ex-wife's name into a pillow, dampened by your own tears.
So get ready for permanent daylight savings. It's a victory for everyone, but mostly alcoholics.
It's true. Let's welcome tonight's guests. We called it the cab driver open casket look. Here is our comedian, Jimmy Failure.
Hey, great to see you.
When it comes to heroism, he truly is the bomb. Former U.S. Marines bomb technician, Staff Sergeant Joey Joe. She only sasses in her fake glasses. Host of the Tiresome Tim podcast, Cat Tiff. And his tailor charges him triple. Former WWE superstar, my massive sidekick, and host of Un-PC on Fox Nation, Tyrus. Yeah. Jimmy, I'm glad you dressed up again. Honestly, you need help. What do you make of all of this fawning? How does the media are not aware of what they're doing? I don't understand it.
It's embarrassing.
Yes.
Can I start there?
Yes.
It's embarrassing. Like, he is emblematic of everything that's wrong with the everybody gets a trophy generation. In that he ran for Senate, lost, but got treated like he won.
Yes.
And now he ran into the world with the overconfidence of the ugly person who thinks they're hot.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And now he's approaching people at the party he shouldn't be approaching because he doesn't know he's a 4.
Yes,
know?
exactly.
Just take it from a fellow 4. You got to know your limitations, people.
You're a 3/8.
I'll take it. And I appreciate the Kennedy shout-out, by the way. A lot of you don't know I write for the Kennedy Show on Fox Business. And if you guys were to watch it, hey, thank you. And a lot of people say as a comic, like, oh, Fox Business, how could you do that? The truth is I wanted to write for a comedy channel, but CNN wasn't hiring. So here we are. Yeah. But I'm trying.
It is funny, though. They keep saying he's Kennedy-esque, but he looks like he looks like a Kennedy 4, right?
Oh yeah, no, he's definitely like a stunt double, like third string Kennedy.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's embarrassing. And the things he's saying though, like you said earlier, like we're the last hope the Earth has.
Yes.
Like I've heard Trump be accused of a lot of things. No one's ever called him the meteor from Armageddon.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm like, you want to relax, dude? This is embarrassing.
What about you, Joey? Are you inspired by Beto?
No, I'm not inspired by Beto, believe it or not. You're talking about a guy who is Welsh-Irish with a Spanish name. We're talking about a guy who's a product of private school that would probably have our kids suffer in public school for the rest of their lives. You're talking about a guy who compared, climate change scientists to the men who stormed Normandy.
Yes.
And so men who fought for freedom, he would rather us give up our freedom. Mm-hmm. I could go on, but I think I'm good on Beto.
Yeah, you are. Do you live in his district?
What's that?
What? You live in Texas, right?
I lived in Texas.
Oh, okay.
I recently moved back to my home state of Georgia.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah.
Georgia, another state
Yes.
Kat,
50.
you excited about Beto? Yeah, I bet you have some strong thoughts. You've dated men like Beto.
Yeah, but like with tattoos and nose piercings. It's true.
When did you get rid of them?
Recently.
Oh.
But I am confused. I'm confused by Beto because, as everyone has mentioned so far, he lost his home state, and now he says, "Oh, I will run for president." That is like getting cut from your high school football team and then saying you're going to try to make it in the NFL. Like, that is like, I've got more.
Yes, you got
I've
more?
got more.
All right.
It's like up peanut butter and jelly and then deciding to open a restaurant. Also, I've got this one.
Okay.
It's like asking a girl to prom, and then when she says no, saying, okay, well then can I get you pregnant? I'm so glad I don't have that kind of delusional self-confidence, because I would probably be pursuing a bodybuilding career right now.
You know, applaud.
Thank you.
Applaud the crazy lady. Tyrus, I love the fact that the Trump's comments, if he keeps doing this, he's saying what we're thinking. The only thing you can see were the hands, and that's the thing that he commented on. I love that.
I saw a lot more than the hands, bro. Like, let's slow this down for a minute.
Sure.
Okay, this is blatant collusion by the media trying to influence an election. A guy, you lost to Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz beat me. If Ted Cruz beat me in anything, I'm not coming back.
You know what I was going to say, too?
What?
To Tyrus's point that they're colluding with him, they are selling the message for him.
Right.
And and this is where they completely misunderstand the electorate, is they're trying to sell us on the idea of how great his rallies are.
Yeah.
And they don't understand that nothing competes with a Trump rally. Can I just explain this to you? Let me just jump in. I just want to say this. When you go to any Democratic rally, it's completely calculated. They have an audience coordinator that makes sure there's one of every type of human being who can possibly pull a lever in the background.
Okay.
So you get like white, black, Asian, Yankee, Met, Pokemon, Pikachu, Mario, Luigi. When you go to a Trump rally, it looks like the line to get seated at Cracker Barrel. It's amazing. It's amazing. There's a guy on the left in a Who Farted t-shirt. There's an old woman with a musket. There's a fat guy eating pizza. That's Chris Christie. And everybody's just having a great time. And I love Chris Christie. I'm not knocking him.
Tyrus, final thought?
I'm sorry.
I was going to say, wow, it was a hell of a rant there. That's cat stick, by the way. Trump is so powerful. Vanity made him put his hands in his back pocket. No one else noticed that?
Yeah.
If you look at the picture, do us a favor, just hide the hands. Because they know it's coming. They know it's coming.
I didn't.
His
You're
vanity
right.
fans, put him in the front pocket? No, in the
hide
back
hands.
pocket.
Yes, they did.
Do not show the hands. Look at the photo.
And also, if you look at the photo,
they
look
know.
how frightened the dog is. The dog
because the
is
hands
terrified.
are moving.
Yes.
I actually thought that was a police photo from his DUI.
Yes.
I thought he had his hands behind.
All right.